Hello and welcome back to another Homestead News with Kevin and Pat. I'm Kevin and behind the camera is Pat. And today, his video, we are at the North House Museum in Lewisburg, West Virginia. We recently traveled to Lewisburg for to do some history and of my ancestors that settled there in Lewisburg. We went to the North House Museum because, well, say ancestor's furniture that he made was on display in there, or some of the pieces. So, let's get started with this tour of the North House Museum. If you're exploring downtown Lewisburg, West Virginia, there's one stop you definitely can't miss: the historic North House Museum. Built in 1820 by John North, this beautiful brick landmark served as a private residence and even a public tavern at the heart of the Greenbrier Valley for decades. We came to see the handcrafted furniture built by our ancestor, David Surbaugh. But there's so much more preserved within these walls. Today, run by the Greenbrier Historical Society, it's packed with history from Civil War artifacts and 19th century antiques to incredible stories of the region's early settlers. Whether you're tracing family roots or just love history, it's fascinating up-close look at the rich heritage that makes Lewisburg so special.
Some year, long after I'm dead and you're no longer the director, which you could be, this is the corner of the house that's fallen away. Everything that I've gone around and see how we've leveled the Surbaugh and stuff. That corner is fallen. In 50 years or something, it's not going to be here anymore.
Yeah. Well, if they don't stabilize it.
Yeah, exactly. The downstairs is solid.
So, some nice chests.
Yeah, it is.
I never even looked at them. I know we use that for like storage, but
Yeah, I think we're doing that.
it's nothing.
Nothing in this drawer. There was some like wall hangings or something in that top. Yippee. And what? So this room here, what is this? This I'm assuming this is from the North family.
No, it's not.
The furniture's with this couple on the wall, actually. It's there.
We have it set up as the master bedroom. It's period appropriate, but no, it's not. But it is period appropriate to the time.
We call it the Victorian.
Yeah, it's not North family.
This was only one of three original bedrooms in the home. So this was the bedroom. One next door was the bedroom. And then this one across the hall that we came through actually probably was the master bedroom at the time that the North family lived here.
It's always seemed odd to me. It seems more like a master bedroom.
Yeah.
And so, first, obviously you have more than just North family here now. Like you have Dave stuff here, but
Yeah, exactly.
but what is the museum? I guess.
Well, we're a house museum, meaning we go back to the original occupants of the North family, and then we can tell you who it's occupied right up to the present day. So we're a historical house museum. Then we have displays on the Greenbrier Valley and its socioeconomic growth and the conflicts that occurred here from the French and Indian Wars through the Revolutionary War and the Battle of Lewisburg happened right here, that kind of thing. We have a little textiles thing going on over here. We rotate exhibits downstairs, like the Bridal exhibit is temporary for us. So we rotate various exhibits, that kind of thing. I mean, notable things that we have Andrew Lewis's pocket pistol. Andrew Lewis is a founding father who's not often recognized. We have one of the first 12 RFD mail delivery wagons downstairs. We have a Conestoga wagon that is almost 100% original. That 98% original parts, which is really unusual.
While we were at the museum, there was a special limited time display exhibit, if you will, of bridal dresses. Dresses included the dress of my ancestor's granddaughter, or one of the granddaughters, who married a shaver, as well as the dress of Catherine Johnson, who was a pioneering NASA mathematician, and her bridal gown was a blue dress because she was famous for liking the color blue. So that's what she wore for her wedding, or one of her weddings. So the wedding dress of Ethel Edith Surbaugh, which married a shaver, granddaughter of David Surbaugh. And her purse, wedding purse. And the wedding room at the North House.
Which one?
The paintings we had for
Oh, did you put another one here?
yeah.
They're the oldest dresses in the collection, and Jenna was like,
And then they use them for Juneteenth.
our biggest part of that. Oh, how pretty. Red, black, blue. Yeah.
That's U.S. Post Office's colors to this day. So yeah.
So in the 1890s, the Postmaster General of the United States was a man named William Lyon Wilson, and he was from West Virginia. So he piloted the first rural free delivery program in West Virginia, and this is one of the 12 original wagons used during the pilot program. Eventually it was successful and expanded to over 80 routes across the country, but it originally started right here. This is also 1890s. It was used by a woman named Sarah Weiner to deliver produce in Brunswick, West Virginia. So that's like about 15 minutes away from us. It was restored by the Amish in Lewisburg in the early 2000s before coming to us. And right now we have it decorated for the bridal exhibit. So you can see the Just Married on the back, and some old cans we found in collections just as kind of a cutesy little addition to the bridal exhibit.
that why they're RFP? Rural free.
For, you know, guests. So if there weren't guests here, those rooms were likely closed off. But after the North family moved out, the property was sold to a man named James Frazier, and he turned it into the Star Hotel and Tavern. So this picture here, if you look, this building here is the law library across the street. So all of this is what the North House looked like in the 1850s when it was the hotel. So you've got a stable addition, all this hotel addition added on, a kitchen, detached kitchen, enslaved quarters, the whole 9 yards. So when he was steward of the property, this was called the tavern room. So that's what it's decorated as at this current time. As we mentioned, these are the original floors, the yellow pine. The green that you see on the walls was restored by us when we became stewards of the property. So we scraped away 200 some years of paint to restore what we assume was the original color of the house. Green in most of the rooms, and then blue upstairs in what we think was the master bedrooms where John and Charlotte would have slept.
I'm surprised that originally it was green paint and not the lacquer.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique color.
Because
the yellow is not original. We actually don't have any pictures of the Star Tavern, so we don't know what it looked like at the time. So this was restored just to look like taverns kind of the 1830s. The stenciling would be kind of that time period, especially in a tavern. You don't want expensive wallpaper on the walls. If you have rowdy guests, spilling a drink on the wallpaper, then that's quite expensive to replace. So stenciling was kind of a poor man's wallpaper, quote unquote. And the stenciling was done by one of our previous docents, all by hand. Oh, wow. Yeah. Unfortunately, none of the furniture is original. We have one original bench from the Star Tavern. It's the one we just passed in the hallway. But all of this furniture is restorations done to look like the time period, but like I said, none of it's original. Yeah. And this is where we host events, kind of use it as our tavern space. We have a keg in there, so we open that up and we'll have drinks in here and things like that. So it's kind of our event space right now. Yeah. Really cool.
very good. Even have a little bottle opener there.
Little bottle opener, yeah.
I like that piece.
Okay. I'll open it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Cool.
that's okay, and that's where we serve drinks out of. So we do tavern nights. Once a
Oh,
month.
take the picture of that, Kevin. My brother makes furniture.
Oh, really? Yeah, yeah.
I'm videoing.
Like that. That is really cool.
So right now, our tavern nights are a lecture series. So the first Friday of every month, we have a different person kind of give a little lecture. We do the lectures in the parlor and then let people come in here afterwards. And the one we have for July is kind of Revolutionary War themed. There's big America 250 celebrations going on the whole month of July. So we're kind of sticking with that theme.
And
You guys are too. I see your 250.
The Surbaugh family, they changed their name, and so they arrived in March of 1776 as Hessian soldiers, and so the family was here, has been here 250 years. So the Surbaugh name is 250 years old.
Very cool, yeah. We're doing a reenactment of the Declaration reading on the steps of the Greenbrier County Courthouse on July 25th. And then we're opening, the Bridal exhibit will be coming down in July, and we're opening another temporary exhibit about the Revolutionary War. So lots going on.
Busy, yeah.
Individuals were brought over to the colony of Virginia, Jamestown. That was 1619. Then we moved into the Civil War, Reconstruction, and then onto this wall, the Jim Crow era, civil rights, and then ending kind of 1960s, 70s.
And feel free to stop the video to read some of this. I'm going a little fast.
Here we have a little info about Catherine Johnson, that we saw her wedding dress. As I mentioned, she was born in White Sulphur Springs, and she was actually the first African American woman to integrate WVU's graduate program up in Morgantown. And then, of course, she went on to work for NASA, most notably on the Apollo 11 mission to the moon. And, of course, she was featured in the movie Hidden Figures. That's where most people know her from.
Right. And I see you got the KKK mentioned there.
Yes, so that's actually, the picture is from the KKK marching in Alderson, West Virginia, which is a small town about 10 minutes from us.
Which it's amazing that a lot of people forget that it was the Democrats that were pro-slavery, and it was the Democrats that were the majority of the KKK. It's
Yeah, it goes back to the Civil War. In this period, Greenbrier County was very sympathetic to the Confederacy.
right.
So that reflected into,
Even though
the
this,
resulting period.
even though this county was, or this was an area that broke away from Virginia and became part of the Union. It's still this specific area was more.
Yes,
everything
it's
towards
definitely
the-
more aligned with Virginia. Actually, the Battle of Lewisburg, which the Union ended up winning, did kind of inform that this part did become part of West Virginia instead of staying with Virginia. That battle hadn't been won by the Union, things might have been, the lines that were drawn, the borders that were drawn might have been different.
Yeah.
The Battle of Lewisburg was fought pretty much right down in front of us. The North House and then the Law Library across the street were used as temporary hospitals during that time.
Dave's church, the Old Stone Presbyterian Church, was used as a hospital, from what I've seen, and even the church that's got the Methodist church that's got the cannonball, I guess, was used as a hospital as well.
The Old Stone Church, there was a mass Confederate grave there as well, which those bodies have since been reinterred. There's a cemetery at the top of the hill, Confederate Cemetery, which a lot of people go to see. It's kind of a monument designed in the shape of a cross. And that's Confederate soldiers from this battle, and then a battle that took place in Pocahontas County. I think there's about 80 individuals interred there, but I'm not sure the exact number.
And I seen there was a little placard there of the Kaufman.
Dedicating it to the Kaufman family. So this has a little more information about the Conestoga wagon. So it belonged to the Kaufman family, used in the 1700s, and then restoration started in the 80s. And I think we took ownership of it in the 90s. And then this wagon house was built specifically to house and protect the Conestoga wagon. As Dave mentioned, it's about 98% original, which is very unique for wagons of that time period. We also have what we believe was the original saddle with it, right there, which is also very unique to wagons of that time period.
Oh. Now I see you got the cover lifted up a little bit so that you could see inside from the side over here. The little town I grew up in back in Kansas, they had covered wagon in the town's museum.
Mm-hmm.
But that one, you could see right in the front,
Mm-hmm.
and so they had it completely covered on the side and stuff.
Yeah. If you get a chance to just drive around town a little bit, one of our other properties, we call it the Barracks. It's a very iconic structure right along 219. You'll recognize it probably immediately from the kind of stone and log look of it. Was used originally when it was built as a stopping point for Conestoga wagons. We call it the Barracks because that's what was used during the War of 1812 as lodging for soldiers. But it's been restored. It was originally covered with siding. After, into the 1900s, it was just owned by a family, used as a family home, so it was covered in, siding. So we, when we became owners of the building, took all that off and restored it to its original kind of look as it would have looked in the late 1700s, early 1800s.
Very good.
It's not open to the public right now, so you can't go inside, but you can walk around and see the outside of it. And there's a very good restaurant over beside it called Aiden's Market that I would definitely recommend.
I kind of wonder if this.
All right. The Kaufman wagon, dedicated to the memory of Isaac Kaufman and descendants, restored by the Lewisburg Foundation by Don H. Bridal, 1989 to 1990. This structure jointly erected by the Greenbrier Historical Society and the Lewisburg Foundation. We hope you enjoyed this tour of the North House Museum. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please give us a subscribe to the channel and be sure to hit that bell to be notified of future videos. And give us a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you're on a mobile device, please hype the video to get the video out to more people through the algorithm. I can't talk today. Anyway, thank you for watching, and don't forget to also find and like us over on Facebook as well. Thank you. God bless.